Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah? Good. So my name is Cesar. I'm one of the co-founders of Skara. We are video game developer studio. Some of our members have been working as third-party developers for some of the big video game franchises in the world for over 20 years now. And many awards with our current intellectual property. We are currently working on our own universe, which is the universe of Skara, which it's been around for around 5 years now. It hasn't been launched yet. It's launching next month. And it includes single-player games, multiplayer games, PC, console, mobile games, car games. It's a little bit like the Blizzard universe, for those of you who know the gaming industry. Our first book, actually, was published 3 days ago, was launched by one of the biggest publishers in the world. And we don't have data yet, but for what I've been told, it's doing quite all right. So we specialize in free-to-play video games, and especially in competitive video games. So we're going to take the competitive video game to the next level, the esports industry, including esports betting. So basically, we've identified a few issues that, as most of you already know by now, the blockchain is actually very good for. One of them is, of course, the right of ownership. And as you know, the blockchain solves this problem very well. At the moment, the free-to-play market is filled with online assets, which can be, thanks to the blockchain, traced, and it can increase a lot of transparency. There's a big black market out there of those who buy and sell assets in the video game industry. Is massive, and this is one of the things that the blockchain technology actually solves to increase transparency and benefit everybody. The other big issue we find with competitive gaming is becoming a professional, basically the reward system. Just to put an example, League of Legends finals last year, the global series, was watched live by more people than watched the Super Bowl, for example. However, only 0.1% of the players actually, compared to a professional sport, get actually paid, get actually rewarded. That's because there's not an existing reward system in place that actually pays for the players as opposed to professional sports. And right now, those who can be paid are just a handful that can afford to get a sponsor. That's why in Skara we are, first of all, including developing our game in the blockchain. Actually, some of our assets are already in the blockchain as they are being bought and sold as we speak. We have a early community of early adopters of over 350,000 players so far. And we are also including or launching our own cryptocurrency that is going to try and solve some of these problems, such as, for example, rewarding players by being good at what they do, by winning tournaments and participating in official tournaments with cryptocurrency prizes. We are also using the cryptocurrency for online betting, which is another twist that we are adding to the equation. And I'm going to leave you now with a video of our product that is going to explain a little bit more how we're doing this, hopefully. There's supposed to be sound in here. Let's try again.
What happens when you combine a fantasy world facing total destruction, a competitive third-person fighting PC and console game, with the blockchain? Skara happens. Skara started in 2012 as a dream to build a game with player involvement, creating a AAA class game with indie principles. Skara has had a strong team of talented developers working on the project, bringing this vision to reality. We have had success doing this. Skara has already been played by more than 350,000 gamers around the world and has generated tens of thousands of in-game transactions, many focused on cosmetic items that make players individuals on the battlefield. Those players will be some of the key characters in our lore, as they have been in our development. They are even in our first novel. Skara, Time of the Two Suns, will be published by Planeta, together with the beta launch of the Skara video game in 2018. On that same day, we will also launch SKARATs, in one of video games' first cryptocurrency token sales. Skara has adopted blockchain technology to decentralize the in-game economy. The blockchain allows you to keep real ownership of your hard-earned Skara assets, including SKARATs, safely and securely outside of the game's control. Players will be free to buy, sell, or trade these assets for a profit in external markets such as Counterparty, where Skara has already placed some of these assets that are being currently traded by many as we speak. As a competitive or professional player, life can be tough. Only the top teams are sponsored by brands, and it's difficult to keep practicing at a professional level without any kind of compensation. In order to fix this, Skara will reward outstanding players for demonstrating their skills at all levels, rewarding them with cryptocurrency that can be spent inside and outside of the game. The first official esports tournament with this as a prize will take place in March. And last but not least, SKARATs will allow spectators to place bets on specific events. As we build out our expanding universe, this Ethereum-based Skara token will be at its heart. One of the chief ways of doing this is our policy of burning tokens in game-to-player transactions. This is to reduce the supply and create scarcity around the SKARAT. Whether you are a casual or competitive player, an esport professional, or a mere spectator, Skara rewards you with cryptocurrency that can be spent inside and outside of the game.
All right, so as you see, we're firm believers that the video game industry is a perfect match for the blockchain. One of the main problems of so many companies out there launching ICOs is adoption. We believe that there's a lot of good ideas out there, but is the user really going to increase value of the token or the coin by using that coin, or does that business model works perfectly fine without a cryptocurrency? The video game industry, the free-to-play, has been using virtual currency for over 10 years now. So there's no adoption, it's already there. Players not only know that they can buy their assets using virtual currency, they know there's no other option. That's the only one. So what we are doing at Skara is taking our existing virtual currency and just swapping it for a cryptocurrency. And this is just the first step. We're working on our series of products as we speak, but we're in conversations with other studios to actually start using our tokens in other esport games out there. So we're doing now an ICO.
What happened?
Starting 8th of February, just to create those tokens that are going to be used and traded. It's an ERC20 token, and we are already we are oversubscribed for the pre-ICO, but because the game is an existing game that launches on the same day, or the 8th of February, we would like to have as many people owning the token as possible. So if you're interested, want to have a talk, I'll be upstairs for a while. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please let me know.